so much. I feel like I haven't sat down all day, so now I'm just kind of settling in here. Thanks, Neil. So, let's take that down a half step. Just take it right on down. I'm 47, so some things gotta come down a half step. Not everything, but some things. I drove by the Gilmore Apartments today, where I used to live. Apartment 816, where I had the neighbor that time that was on the elevator with me with a cockroach on her shoe. She had it was like a whole thing. It was like, I was friends with all the garbage men and the maintenance guys, I was friends with everybody. And this lady, we got on the elevator, and she always had like super rosy cheeks. She lived like catty corner from me, and I used to see her, and she would always like have this cockroach on her tennis shoe, like right on the little, just sitting right there. And I would notice, I'd be like, oh my God, there's a cockroach on her shoe. And like, she rode the elevator all the way down. We rode down, the cockroach just rode down there with her, just stayed on her shoe. And one time, I was up there, and the maintenance guys were cleaning out her apartment. Poor thing, she was a really bad alcoholic, and she had her whole floor was covered with trash. And they kicked her out, and so that's why she had the cockroach. I guess he was her guy. I know, it's sad, but it really was funny that the cockroach just followed her all the way down on her shoe. But when I lived in apartment 816, I wrote a lot of these songs, and I remember writing this song. I remember I worked with this guy named Brian, and we were having a Halloween party. When I worked at Ardent Records, we were having a Halloween party, and he was like, what are you gonna, and when I was growing up, I was always a tomboy, so I felt self-conscious a lot because, from a very young age, I kind of picked up on the fact that I was gay, and I just was like, well, this is gonna be an impossible situation. And I remember always feeling, like I never looked like any of my girlfriends. Like I knew I wasn't like a pretty girl, I was just a tomboy, and I never felt pretty. And I remember Brian was like, what are you gonna go to at the Halloween party? You gonna go as Opie Taylor? And whereas I'm sure he was joking, because, it was whatever, he didn't mean any harm by it, but what I heard him say was, you're ugly, which is what I had already felt. And so I started writing this chorus, and I was like, Opie, I'll be Opie. And I was like, well, I can't write a song that has Opie in the chorus, And then I realized, like, oh, ugly, because that's how I feel. what you're saying.